Hello, this is the Bible in fewer words. We are Carol and Steve Wells. This is episode 171, the Psalms, Book 3, chapters 73 to 89. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Carol.
Are we ready for more Psalms?
Yeah, we're about halfway through the book now.
Yippee!
Yeah.
Are you ready to get started?
Sure. Psalm 73. What does God know? I was envious when I saw the wicked prosper. They are strong. They aren't plagued or in trouble.
They have everything their hearts desire. And they say, what does God know? Does anyone know anything about God?
They are ungodly. Yet they prosper in the world. So my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my kidneys.
I was foolish like a beast, but you held my right hand.
You will destroy everyone who goes a-whoring from you.
They talk a lot about kidneys in the Bible.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
The King James uses the word reins, but it means kidneys.
Uh-huh.
The reason they talk about kidneys is because the ancient people thought that you felt with your kidneys.
Oh.
You thought with your heart and you felt with your kidneys.
Huh.
Yeah.
So they talk about kidneys a lot because you feel with your kidneys.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. That's good to know. Psalm 74. O God, why did you reject us? Why are you angry with us? Walk over to the sanctuary and see what your enemies did to it.
You broke the heads of sea dragons. You broke the heads of the Leviathan in pieces and fed him to the wilderness people.
Get up, God, and defend yourself. Foolish people make fun of you every day. Psalm 75. I said to the fools, don't be foolish, and to the wicked, don't lift your horn or speak with a stiff neck.
But God is the judge. He puts down one person and sets up another.
Kind of arbitrarily, I think.
Yeah.
God has a cup of red wine in his hand. He'll pour it out and force the wicked to drink it. I'll cut the horns of the wicked, but the horns of the righteous will be exalted.
Yeah, the thing about God and his wine, he has a cup of wine, he's going to pour it out and force the wicked to drink it.
Mm-hmm.
I think what it's talking about there is the dregs, you know?
Oh, the
like
bottom
you have
parts.
A barrel of wine or something, or a jug of wine, and the stuff at the bottom is kind of the dregs. So he's going to pour out the good stuff and make the wicked drink the bad, I think.
Okay.
Psalm 76, a dead sleep. People know God in Judah. His name is great in Israel. His tabernacle is in Salem, and he lives in Zion.
Well, that's a lot of geographical information right there.
Yeah.
He breaks arrows, bows, shields, and swords there. Many stout-hearted soldiers have died. They can't find their hands anymore.
At your rebuke, O God, the chariot and the horse are cast into a dead sleep.
You, yes, you, are to be feared. Who can be around you when you're angry? Pay God, bring presents to him who is to be feared.
Psalm 77. I cried to God with my voice, even with my voice, and God heard me with his ears. I remembered God and was troubled.
I can't sleep or speak. When the waters saw you, they were afraid. Okay, that's kind of a bizarre one.
Uh-huh.
I guess waters have kidneys and can feel.
I guess so. Yeah.
It makes about as much sense as what's written here.
Mm-hmm. I hope I got that right.
Psalm 78. Listen with your ears to the words of my mouth. I'm going to tell you a parable, an old dark saying that you've heard many times before.
Yeah, and it means it here. It's going to go through this long thing about things we have heard before in the Bible.
Uh-huh. And so you're breaking your promise to our
Yeah,
readers.
well, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
God split the sea, and he let the Israelites pass through. He led them with a cloud in the day and a fire at night.
He gave them water from a rock. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But they sinned by asking for meat, saying, can't God find food for us in the wilderness?
He hit a rock and water came out. Can't he provide meat as well?
God heard them and was angry. He gave them angels' food.
And tons of feathered fowls.
But while the meat was still in their mouths, God killed the fattest of them.
God turned rivers into blood. He sent flies to devour them and frogs to destroy them.
He gave their food to caterpillars and locusts.
He destroyed their vines with hail and their sycamores with frost.
He killed their cattle with hail and their sheep with hot thunderbolts.
He sent evil angels among them.
He killed the firstborn Egyptians.
He cast out the heathen and gave their land to the Israelites.
He had his people killed with the sword.
He sent fire to burn their young men and women before they could marry.
He had priests filled with the sword, and their widows didn't mourn them.
God woke up like a man who drank too much wine the night before.
He smote his enemies in their hinder parts.
I think that means he kicked their butts, right?
I think so. Okay, that was a lot of history there going on. That's all the plagues.
All the plagues of Egypt and all the troubles that the Israelites had during the Exodus. Psalm 78 is kind of a summary of the historical books of the Bible.
Okay, Psalm 79. The heathen have defiled your temple, God. They killed your servants and fed them to the beasts and birds.
Our neighbors are laughing at us. Will you be angry at us and jealous forever?
Pour out your wrath on the heathen that don't know you. Don't let the heathen make fun of us, saying, "Where's your God?" Punish them 7 times as much as they've made fun of you, God.
Psalm 80. O God, who lives between the cherubim, start shining.
Stir up your strength and come save us.
How long are you going to be mad at us? Our neighbors are laughing at us.
Put your right hand on the man at your right hand and upon the Son of Man.
Let your face shine, and we'll be saved.
Psalm 81. Blow a trumpet on the new moon. Don't worship any strange god.
I am God. Open your mouth wide, and I'll fill it.
But my people wouldn't listen to me, so I gave them up to their own heart's lust.
The God-haters should have submitted to God. If they did, he'd feed them with honey out of a rock.
Psalm 82. God judges among the gods. Help the poor and needy.
The earth is shaking on its foundations.
I have said, you are gods. You are all children of the Most High.
Psalm 83. Don't be silent, God, because those who hate you are behaving badly.
Do to them like you did to the Midianites, Sisera and Jabin.
Make them like dung on the earth. Scatter them like dust in the wind.
Burn them like a forest fire. Persecute them with a storm.
Fill them with shame. Make them suffer, and then kill them.
So that everyone will know that your name is Jehovah, and you are King of the earth.
Psalm 84. God is a sun and a shield. Those who walk upright will get what they want.
Psalm 85. Will you be angry with us forever? Righteousness and peace have kissed each other.
Psalm 86. Bow down your ear, God, and hear me.
Preserve my soul because I'm holy. The other gods aren't like you.
Psalm 87. I'll mention Rahab and Babylon to those who know me. It's kind of a short psalm. I just have one verse there.
Yeah.
Remember back in Joshua, there's a harlot.
I'm going to say yeah.
Okay. That's not who we're talking about here. This is a monster. God killed the monster. We'll see that later in Psalm 89.
All right. Psalm 88. God doesn't remember dead people anymore. Will you show wonders to the dead? Will the dead praise you?
Will your loving kindness be declared in the grave?
Will your wonders be known in the dark, and your righteousness in the land of forgetfulness? Okay, that's just a bizarre whole little psalm.
Yeah, well, it kind of says dead people are dead, right?
Oh, yeah.
God doesn't even remember them after they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with them.
So they're not in the up place or the down place?
No, they're just gone. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, Psalm 89.
The last psalm for today.
Yeah. I, God, swore to David that his kingdom would last forever.
You, God, have broken Rahab in pieces.
See, that's the Rahab that he was talking about before.
Uh-huh.
You created the north and south.
You have a mighty arm and a strong hand. Your right hand is especially high.
In your favor, our horn is exalted. You know, I've got to stop here. This exalting of horns just makes no sense to me. I have no idea what exalting a horn might be.
Well, all those cattle that they sacrifice, they probably have horns.
And when I ask God to exalt my horn, or God says my horn's going to be exalted, what the heck is he talking about? I think it's power. I think that the horn is like a symbol of a person's power.
Oh, okay.
And when your horn is exalted, it means you're really powerful.
Okay. I'm a little confused when it says I, and then God in parentheses, and then you, God.
Yeah.
So the person talking is God, and the person he's talking to is God?
No, that's the Psalms,
Oh, it's poetic.
They just use a pronoun, and I'm guessing who they think is being referred to.
Okay. So we have our, in your favor, our horn is exalted.
I, God, found David my servant.
I'll beat down his enemies in front of his face and plague those that hate him.
His horn will be exalted in my name.
This is David's horn?
Yeah. I think David's horn was always exalted.
I think so. He could do no wrong in God's eyes.
Uh-huh.
I'll set his hand in the sea and his right hand in the rivers.
I'll make him my firstborn.
His seed will endure forever.
If David's children don't obey me, I'll beat them with a rod.
Okay. Spare the rod, spoil the child. But no.
That's some Proverbs.
Yes. God really didn't discipline David. He thought he could do no wrong.
Oh, no. But if his children don't
Yes.
obey me, I'll beat them with a rod.
Yeah.
He's saying. He's not going to do anything to David.
No.
No.
David, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just don't get how he couldn't see that David was not really a great guy.
Yeah, well, see how we're never really done with David.
No, never. You're right. I remember you told me that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this wasn't that painless. I mean, this wasn't that painful. And thanks for interpreting that for us.
Sure. How you kidneys doing?
My kidneys are full and feel really great.
Okay. Well, my horn is exalted.
That's wonderful. How many more books of Psalms?
Yeah, just have two.
2 more. Okay. I think we can get through this, folks.
Yep.
Thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.